hot, hot, hot.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another brand spanking new episode of You Haven't Seen That Podcast, or YHST for short. I'm Isaac.
I'm Elva.
And I'm Carlos.
And this is, of course, the show where we cover movies on that growing list of films that has people asking us the question, You haven't seen that? Intermission edition. That's for you, Eric. We got 3 movies, count them.
1, 2, 3.
We got Mercy, Night Patrol, and Is This Thing On? And I cannot
It's
wait.
clearly not on.
Is this thing on? Hello?
No.
Last time I checked.
God, as we're setting up, you idiots are fucking with a dumb joke. God, so wonderful. I love being between an idiot sandwich. So I feel like saying idiot twice is like just so harsh. I love you guys. I mean it. If you are new listeners here, or if you haven't done so already, follow us on social media at
YHST Pod.
on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And if you want to support us, our little endeavors, you can do that on Venmo at
YHST Pod.
So now we got all that business out of the way. How's everyone feeling today?
Pretty good.
I'm good.
End of the week, we saw a couple movies. This has been nice so far. Like actually, all of 3 of us seeing movies together. It's adorable.
My first week with you guys, it's been a great run so far.
That's it.
That's how it goes.
So thank you, and good night.
All right, later, Carlos. It's nice knowing you. All right, enough of that all nonsense. You know what we have to do, guys, is we have to fucking inform people on what the hell's been going on in movie, entertainment, and stuff. With a little thing that I simply call YHST News. I'm kicking it off this time.
Woo!
All right. Street Sharks are officially coming to Netflix. You guys are familiar with that? It's like after the fame of TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they decided to have like mutated sharks. All right. So bringing the 90s cult classic back with a darker modern edge. Ooh.
Ah,
Wow.
close enough. Man, what a time to be a horror fan this year.
Hurrah!
It is getting the recognition it deserves at the 2026 Oscars with 3 movies, Sinners, Weapons, and Frankenstein, all being nominated across various categories, with Sinners having the record of 16 nominations, the highest of the history of the Oscars. I mean, again, what a time to be a horror fan. Genre is getting more and more recognized as cinema.
I'm calling it now. Sinners is winning.
I really hope.
Get your business socks on because Flight of the Conchords is reuniting for the first show in 8 years for Netflix. It's business time.
Business time. We finally get our first look at the live-action adaptation of Masters of the Universe with their teaser trailer releasing earlier this week. We put it up in our stories, so make sure to stay posted for more trailers coming out. It looks like a blast, and it looks like they're doing it pretty good. Jared Leto, don't fuck this up, dude.
Welcome to Derry Season 2 has now been officially announced in development by HBO. They totally knocked it out of the park with Season 1. Dude. I mean, just the intro alone. I'm not going to attempt to sing it. But might we see Bill Skarsgård returning? I certainly hope so. Yeah. I can't wait to see what Season 2 brings.
Oh, yeah.
Ribbon in my hair.
Nice.
On key.
Yes, I did it. All right. Avengers Doomsday will not be getting released in IMAX form due to the exclusive 3-week window for Dune 3. And you know what? I don't think I really need any more Avengers news, to be honest. I'm fine without it.
You were so mad that you were landing with that news. Speaking of which, Mark Ruffalo has confirmed he will not appear as the Hulk in Avengers Doomsday. A couple of other actors have also said the same thing, and then it turns out they're also casting it, so whatever.
Lies.
And
to finish things off, well, actually, no, correction, almost there. Jason Momoa.
Finish me off.
Jason Momoa has made his debut as Lobo in the new Supergirl trailer. Honestly, I think he's a much more better fit as Lobo than Aquaman, in my opinion.
Oh, 1,000%.
Mm-hmm.
He's got more of the pizzazz to it.
And there you have it. There it is. That's the news.
That's the news.
I'm double checking. Yeah, I looked at you like, The fuck happened? God, we are so not professional. All right, so before we go deep into these three movies, we're going to do like we've been doing so far, which is giving our nutshell version, our bite-sized, spoiler-free versions of the reviews without spoiling anything. So that way you guys can decide whether or not to go see the movie. And then if and when you do, you pause it there and you come back and you join in the conversation.
I am the decider. I decide things.
What is that?
Anyways.
What is that from?
New Girl.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, my head. So Carlos, let's go ahead and kick it off with Mercy.
All right. Well, Mercy had a pretty cool concept with our judicial system to sound fancy, now being controlled by AI. Had a cool concept. Not the first time we've seen something like this where they integrate futuristic technology in law enforcement, but it kind of felt a little flat for me, a little dull.
So you're saying that if Tom Cruise was sitting in that chair instead of Chris Pratt, that it would have worked?
Obviously, we need a Tom Cruise running in this movie. We
Imagine
needed that.
he's just strapped in the chair, though. I need to run.
Yeah, Chris Pratt is our lead character, and I honestly didn't really feel too much of a connection with him.
No.
Rebecca Ferguson as the judge, I will say, was kind of more of a personal highlight. I love me Rebecca Ferguson.
Did she play the hat in Dr. Sleep?
Yes.
Oh,
the
my
hat.
God.
My favorite performance from her.
And she was an F1.
Oh, she was?
No, I kept mistaking.
Wrong person, bro.
Damn it, I did it again. No, she wasn't.
But cool concept, but it did not stick the landing for me personally. And that's my bite-sized review.
Elva?
So it's like AI with police procedural show made into a movie. Yeah, that's and you're FaceTiming an AI something. I don't know.
Man, you were not motivated by
No.
this.
Like I don't know what compelling thing I could say for a review of this movie. Even after I'm just like, you did your job. You did good for trying. A for effort.
I mean, as of late, Chris Pratt has been in like just a ton of popcorn movies with, like, Carlos, you said it yourself, interesting concepts, but it's this found footage crossover with, like you said, Alva, with like police procedurals that you might see on Fox with almost that same level of budget. And the fact that like the posters were like, this is shot in IMAX, like, nobody cares because you're sitting in one room just to look at like found footage stuff. So it doesn't really translate. And because of that format that maybe would have worked back in like during the pandemic era, which would make sense to have, an actor alone in a room, it didn't come across as something that was successfully telling a story in such like an integrated or like deep cutting kind of way. I think you had said you're like, I wasn't connected to the character at all.
Not at all, honestly.
And just like continuity error stuff and things where I'm questioning it, going like, I can't check my brain out at the door for this. It's just too silly. I mean, the movie was short enough where I'm like, okay, we're done with the film. Great, cool. That was a movie.
That was a movie.
Yeah, but it wasn't completely terrible. So that's not bite-sized review on Mercy. Switching over to Night Patrol. Carlos kicked that one off.
I just only have one thing to say. This is definitely a January release movie. Oh boy, I can't wait for us to get into this a little later on in a more in-depth review. But yeah, I was not expecting what we ended up watching.
No, at all. This is your choice too, right? This is your pick?
No,
No.
it was mine.
So that's on Elva. That's not on me. Although, to be fair, I kind of also seconded that choice. So.
I was like, dude, Justin Long? Yeah.
Justin Long? Vampires? Police procedural? Another police procedural?
By the way,
unintentionally.
You know what the tag is on the poster?
What was?
It's Night Patrol, defang the police. Alpha, what do you got? What say you?
Let's say your top pick for this week.
You know what? I usually pick a very crappy movie at least once a year to watch. I will say I did pick this one, but it was very enjoyable at the end. It was like a great palate cleanser.
Yeah.
It was not boring, I will say that. It was entertaining, just not in the ways I expected it.
I prefer to watch this movie one more time instead of Mercy.
Oh, definitely.
yeah.
For sure.
Because at least I laughed. It was great. It was like a good cast too. Oddly, a good cast and some good music as well.
And I'll say this, kind of like what I said about Mercy. cool concept. I was not expecting anything like Sinners or even From Dusk Till Dawn, but it was all over the place. But again, we're going to get into that real soon.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, it's a B movie. So what you can expect from going to watch this is like with any other B movie. And I'll even, throw like the Terrifier movies under here where, some of the dialogue can be silly. The concepts are pretty straightforward and they're usually, trying to set up rules and lore and they're not really abiding by them. And it can be a little bit messy, but it's entertaining in that sort of, I guess you would call it like lack of like filmmaking expertise. It totally looked like they had fun. But it was just after the first act, it just went to silly and then completely absurd, and we were trying to take it seriously, giving it its credit, and then it just goes, I can't take you seriously, movie, and everyone's just laughing,
and the movie just ended.
It really did.
Oh boy!
All right, and then let's end our bite-sized reviews with "Is This Thing On?"
A more dramatic, emotional turn. Will Arnett, I will say, my favorite performance from him of all the stuff I've seen him in. Although, again, comedic actors tend to do better as dramatic actors compared to others. Laura Dern totally killed it as well. I love the way that the story was told as far as like the history of these two characters as to why their marriage is coming to an end. And definitely a lot of supporting characters that I got a kick out of watching. Bradley Cooper being a bit of a highlight, even the small bits that he was in. Balls, man. Just balls.
I also love his glasses. I'm ordering some soon.
Hell yeah.
Elva?
Jordan Jensen on the big screen is like amazing.
She's wonderful.
Oh my God.
We've seen her, 3 times now?
Yeah, 2 times.
Live? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
And seeing one of her jokes on the big screen that we've actually seen.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, I saw that. So I'm pretty sure when we went to go see her live, she was practicing
working some of that stuff out.
Yeah, but it was great seeing actual like some comedians actually doing their work and stuff like that, and a little bit more of like a different take, because I thought it was going to be like a comedy movie, like
a movie about comedy.
Yeah, like somebody getting their big break and stuff like that. But just like the whole thing, how it's a different concept was amazing. Also, like a little bit on the emotional side, but I feel like I would recommend this movie out.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this movie is to comedy as Marty Supreme is to ping pong or table tennis. You think it's about that thing, but it's not, and it's about something deeper, which means that it's very well written. It's very well performed. Much credit to Will Arnett. That's a big challenge, and I heard him in interviews talking about this role. And so being a comedic actor who is kind of known for really going big with his roles and having to dial it really the fuck back in, because Bradley Cooper directed movies have been like A Star Is Born and Maestro have been very maybe introspective is the word, where it's putting like humanity under a microscope in such a way where they have the camera lens up in their face, which what I've learned is that close-ups don't like acting. Meaning as an actor, you need to feel it. You can't act the role. So it's a huge challenge for this drama in order for Will Arnett to land it. And he absolutely did. And this look at, what is it? They were married for 19 years or something like that. A long-term marriage sort of breaking down, and them processing this as a husband and wife. And the things that it sort of reveals about relationships was like so telling, and it felt very real. In case you guys don't know, it's actually based on a real comic, British comic by the name of John Bishop. So his story, the story of Will Arnett's character, is this Bishop guy's story. It's so well done. I cannot recommend it enough, and I don't want to spoil anything. So we'll start getting into our conversation in just a moment. So go ahead and pause it. Go watch those movies. Come back. Let's have some laughs. Let's have some cries. Let's look into our lives. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Let's kick it back off with Mercy. Yeah. I mean, who
picked this movie first? I just want to make sure.
I did. I think I did.
I was going to say, I kind of mentioned it last minute. Oh, yeah, that Mercy movie's coming out. So I guess I'll take the fall on this one.
But
horrible.
We all three way, for the most part, agree to see these movies and stuff. I mean, it's January. You're not looking for great movies, but I don't think I would outright say that this is like a terrible movie.
No.
No.
I mean, this is after we saw fucking Night Patrol.
I just felt like Mercy was just more of like, didn't do anything for me.
It felt flat.
Yeah.
And flat is like the perfect fucking critique. So, but to get into it just a little bit, right? I would have been perfectly fine if this movie was made in 2020, but I don't think it was.
No.
Unlike the fucking Ice Cube War of the Worlds, where it was made during the pandemic, and they just decided to just go ahead and put it out anyways. It's horrible, but maybe if we were in 2020, we could be like, well, at least it's entertaining because we're stuck inside. Remember that fun stuff for 2 years?
Oh, yeah. I'll take it even farther. I felt like this movie probably would have had more punch to it.
Yeah.
If it was 10 years ago. You know?
Oh, for sure.
I feel like this would have worked better further back.
But man, it's when I can't get the thought out of my head when Elva said that it's like it's a compilation of all the procedurals.
Yeah, so I do watch a lot of police procedurals, The Rookie, 911, Tennessee, whatever. Y'all get it. All right.
Suicide Miami, Suicide Las
Yeah,
Vegas.
911 CSI, IRA, HMO.
PPO, Law and Order, SVU, you know, all those things. I was like, I feel like this is the closest of a mashup of 911 with Angela Bassett and The Rookie. The times that there was like a certain things being done, I was like, that's from this show, and then that's from this show, and then you have an actor from one of the shows,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm just like, oh, okay, so someone really had to like, whoever wrote it was like, we're just gonna hyper fixate it all on these shows and just decided to write a script, which is, you know, if that's what happened, amazing, great, but maybe let's go ahead and rethink some of these things.
And I've said before in other episodes that, and especially when I'm talking about like Quentin Tarantino, because people always say, well, Tarantino's always biting off of stuff. It's like, that's totally fine. You can be inspired by things and you can bite off of things. I mean, everything's derivative of everything, but you got to put your own spin on it and you got to give it substance. This fucking movie does not have substance. So like there's no filmmaking expertise in it. And just like things, like the attempt was there, and I appreciated the attempt of it. I actually give credit to Chris Pratt, his acting ability for like looking at things flying by him in a digital world. Like that's good, invisible things that aren't there acting. Credit on you. But it didn't land, even as far as like his character, how they wrote his character, his arc of it. So the basis is this: we're in the near future. And instead of you going to actual court, it's an AI judge played by Rebecca Ferguson, and you sit in a chair and you have 90 minutes. You have access to all the internet and all the things, and you have to prove your innocence, you know, within a reasonable doubt, and then they won't execute you. But if in 90 minutes you fail to do that, then they whatever sonic blast the stem of your brain or whatever the hell it was. And Chris Pratt plays this detective who is championing this system because this is only like the 19th case or something like that. I see where they were going to go with like a certain twist, you know, like it was a very heavy-handed, obvious cautionary tale about integration of AI and things that shouldn't be using AI, like our judicial system or whatever. It didn't land. It ended up being like really silly. And for whatever reason, at the end of the movie, they decided to throw like one or two more twists on top of it.
Yeah.
Which feels like it didn't need any one of the fucking those things. Just tell a fucking good story.
Yeah, I think like there was a twist already, but then they throw another twist. I'm not going to go into detail.
It was
but
so
it's
unnecessary.
Like, you really like you
Out
could have
of
just stuck to the
nowhere.
one, and I think that
One
would
and
have
done, it's fine.
sufficed.
So unnecessary.
But yeah, I felt like this was predictable.
Oh, yeah.
Where there's some, I will say like there were some interesting moments where you're just kind of seeing like body cam footage, FaceTime calls. I mean, like some of it was kind of cool, but I feel like again, other movies have done that better.
There was one with what's his name? John Chu? No, not John Chu. Harold and Kumar. Harold.
I think I know what you're talking about. Isn't it like he's looking for his missing daughter?
Yeah.
And he has to like look through like all this iCloud memory stuff.
So this
Something
feels like
that.
that. And that's what I'm saying. Like it didn't feel like it needed to be that in today's era.
John Cho.
John Cho.
John Cho.
John Chu is wicked, right?
Yeah. John Cho.
Blind
It's the
squirrel.
other John.
It's the other John. But the one thing that was silly was, okay, so just the concept of it, right? The whole idea for this system is to reduce crime rate. Very familiar concept with like Minority Report, except they're not looking into the future or whatever, the precogs. They're just using all the AI technology to look at all the evidence and then, cold hard facts, but what about the human gut? So that whole moment of the like Max Headroom glitchy stuff was, I'm like, you're supposed to be creating this very sound system, and then you show her emotion and she starts freaking out.
Oh yeah. Like a big old glitch. Also, I did remember how you said earlier how it was filmed for IMAX.
Oh yeah.
It was for the AMC theaters and the Regal cinemas. They have like the mystery movie Mondays and then like the Screen Unseen, and those were shown on IMAX because it's January.
Okay.
So it's just kind of like that.
So was it shown on IMAX or was it filmed? Because it said filmed for IMAX.
I guess it would be filmed for IMAX.
That's expensive. What's the budget on this? Look that one up.
Know.
But so the other thing too is like this system that's supposed to save them money is like, looks like a very expensive system. It could have just been a big screen and him having access to the internet. Instead, it's like this hologram thing whooshing by him. Why do you need a hologram to blow wind in your face to make you feel like you're immersed in the fucking found footage shit? It made no sense.
I will say one of the like early in the movie, like we kind of like laughed at this one thing that like, did the AI judge really need to do this for dramatic effect where, oh look, your family will grow up without you, and they just Photoshop the family out of the photo.
Let me like put that into context a little bit, right? The judge said he knows the system because he's championing it, right? The system, Rebecca Ferguson reminds him that he has 90 minutes and the countdown starts. He has 90 minutes in order to solve his crime, solve whatever, prove his innocence. He spends fucking 25 minutes trying to be like, but I'm the wrong guy for it. And then I'm in denial and everything. I'm like, dude, you know how the system works. Why'd you spend 30 minutes fucking belly aching? And then until finally you're able to then investigate. And of course they did the it's down to the last 10 seconds trope. It was silly. It was so silly.
If that was me in the chair, I'd be like, I got this. All right, let's go.
Yeah. You would think so. So that moment, by the way, so within the end of like that 20 minutes, finally the AI is like, hey, you're going to stop lollygagging? Your daughter's going to be by herself. And then that's when she like paints out the mom and dad.
I'm like, damn, like this AI is being pretty ruthless. I'm like, I thought it was supposed to be emotionalist.
One of the most ruthless parts that made no fucking sense as far as like the technology that they had established is there was a point when he's watching the SWAT team's body cams and everything like that. And it's just a screen. He's looking at a screen. Why, when, spoiler alert, the garage blows up, then does the AI system go, let's put the fire everywhere to make it seem as if he's immersed in the fire. Let's blow some wind on him. It's so silly. It's so silly.
Also, the budget was $60 million.
That's okay.
Okay, that's not.
And the box office was 1.5.
Oh.
I do want to give credit though that for the VFX department.
Oh yeah.
Because like imagine throwing VFX on like shaky fucking footage. That's so hard to do. I mean, I watch enough fucking Corridor Digital to learn that like poor guys. But I think they did a good enough job. Silly movie. And what else do you guys want to say about it before we move on?
It could have been done in 52 parts on TikTok for half that time.
No, you know what? This could have been straight to Netflix. The feel of it, the lack of substance could have just been another straight to Netflix or straight to Amazon, which Pratt had a sort of future.
Yeah, the Tomorrow War.
Yeah, that was okay because I was like, well, I'll watch it. I'm streaming it. Oh. It feels like a streamable movie.
I do have to say that this was filmed in 2024 and it was supposed to be released in August of 2025. But they're like, let's put it for January.
Weird.
January is quite the theme in this episode.
All right, speaking of which, let's talk about another silly movie, Night Patrol.
Night Patrol.
Dude, I'm telling you, as I was like writing the notes, I was like, does it say defang the police? Of course, that's sort of the thing they're going for.
Shut up with that thing, though.
I'm taking that deep breath. I'm like, I can't believe they put that on a poster.
This is produced by 50 Cent's production company, whatever. It's also like part of the Shudder
streaming.
Yeah. So we know it's going to be a B movie, but it has Justin Long, Jermaine Fowler, RJ Seiler. I was like, the Blue Ranger, and the thing that they never got a sequel to, the reboot of Power Rangers. CM Punk. Alva's fucking drooling over that.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, and
Dermot Mulroney.
Yeah, and then YG is another rapper in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know the rappers and stuff. But I will give it the credit that it actually started off kind of strong. I expect, you watch enough B movies. You know this too, Carlos. You watch enough B movies where like the certain lighting or film that they use, you go, oh, this is going to be so dumb from the get-go.
Oh, yeah.
But I will give credit to like Justin Long and Jermaine Fowler that their characters as law enforcement partners, like I was actually kind of feeling that.
Yeah, I bought their chemistry.
And so it actually kind of impressed me. And RJ Seiler is also pretty good. So in a B movie, like I've always said, right, actors' performances can elevate a thing to maybe a full grade up. And it did, but the writing was so silly that after the first act, it just quickly went downhill, which then I had to switch my mindset. I don't know about you guys, but I had to switch my mindset to be like, okay, we're just having fun. We're going to have some laughs. They're not taking themselves seriously because at certain points you have like, it's a Crips and the Bloods and shit like that. And the Bloods are like, yo, no, I'm thinking of some lizard people, man. Yeah, maybe some chupacabra. Nah, my chakra ain't feeling right about there. Whatever the fuck it was.
Remember, if there's acid, you gotta be 6 feet away.
Oh my God.
It gave me like The Hood meets Twilight.
Yeah.
I feel like it's that Twilight, and it was trying to throw in End of Watch with like the buddy
Absolutely,
cop,
yeah.
But no, this movie just was all over the place. The rules with the vampires, they never took the time to explain exactly
what rules.
And even if when we are seeing how a bit about the vampire characteristics, contradictory, like it's very self-contradictory.
Because I could speak for all of us. We all love horror films, and we know that you establish the rules and you stick by them.
Yeah.
But so many of the moments where you're going, not only, I'll add on top of that, not only were they contradicting the rules that they had set up, but then they would like completely introduce other lore at the very last minute. And you're like, what even is this movie? It's so fucking dumb, but in a fun way.
I think even after the movie, we were outside by our cars, and I was just going on the Letterboxd reviews. What was my favorite one? Sinners, if Ryan Coogler had absolute zero talent. Sinners meets The Hood. The things I do to watch Justin Long.
Oh my God, can we talk about Justin Long?
Yes.
He did a good job. He did his best. He's been in B-level stuff. He's been in bad horror films. But was it his choice to run like that?
The running in this movie was quite something.
That's why I said The Hood meets Twilight. It gave Edward Cullen running vibes.
Dude, the one thing that I was impressed by was like the camera movements and some of the composition, right? To be a nerd about it a little bit. And I was like, oh, this feels like they're actually taking themselves a little bit seriously. Like, I will then take it seriously. But then at a certain point towards the very end, where some of the two characters are running from like a horde of zombies, whatever, the night patrol, the fucking vampire cops. Yeah. Vampire cops defang the police. For some reason, whoever was like, hey, you know who I like? I like Spike Lee. You know when he does that dolly shot where like it looks like they're running, but they're actually on like a trailer or a dolly. And so it's like a smooth motion. Let's do a little bit of that, but not make it look good. It was out of nowhere. All three of us were like, are we watching this? What is this? What is this?
We were the loudest people laughing in that theater, besides, I think, something that happened towards the end of the movie that had got everyone else chuckling. And I'm just like, I just only hear us three laughing.
Dude, I mean, just my personal last thing is towards the end when this ring that's supposed to ward off the vampires like reintroduces itself and then glows and everyone's like, Green Lantern? Is he
oh my God.
We doing Green Lantern thing now?
I think I turned to you, I'm like, Green Lantern.
Yeah. And then to add on top of that, the fucking lightsaber kryptonite spear. And he's in all full Zulu outfit. I'm like, this feels uncomfortable to watch. What is this?
Is it racist?
Should we be here?
Is it? Am I okay watching this? Yeah, man. That was a ridiculous fucking movie.
But it did not bore me at all. Like,
no.
This was a fun, this was an unintentionally funny, bad movie watch.
Oh, yeah.
Which we love those. Because you were the one that introduced me to Tommy Wiseau's The Room. And we saw that at my house back in the day. We went to the theater to go see that. And that's a whole experience. I don't know if this is going to be like a pop culture hit where people are going to be like, oh, fucking The Ron, he's doing that, nothing like that. But I mean, if you like those B-level movies, I think it's one worth watching and just having a few drinks with some people
Just
and laughing
like
at it.
this would be like a good group watch. Like have
Totally.
a few drinks, have some good laughs, just laugh at the absurdity. Like just don't question anything that happens in this movie at all.
No,
Just go with
don't try
it.
to follow the story
No.
or why people aren't questioning why someone disappeared for like 30 minutes of the movie, came back and like, oh, there you are.
Yeah. Also, as we were watching the movie, my thought was, oh my God, I really picked this and I really like fought to watch this.
You know what, though? More fun than like Fantastic Four.
Oh, definitely. Anything's more fun than Fantastic Four. Hell, I'll even watch Mercy again.
And that says a lot.
But there's a part of the movie where it kind of like I had a little bit of a lull and I'm thinking, I'm like, oh my God, they're going to be like, Elva, what went through your mind picking this? And I literally didn't have another thought besides I saw Justin Long in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like, new girl. I don't know.
Well, another New Girl alumni in the movie as well.
Yeah.
Dermot Mulroney.
Yeah.
But there was a moment where one of the Blood gang members looked like Lamorne Morris. We're like, another New Girl person?
Winston, what are you doing there?
AKA Winnie the Bish.
AKA Brown Lightning. Schmidt drop bomb like if that happened.
I was
Better
about
get
to.
gone with good. Good.
I was going to jokingly ask her, would you watch that yesterday? But she did just watch it the other day.
There's times where like the little
Oh, the clips will pop
the
up.
clips pop up and it just gets stuck in my head. So yeah.
I mean, what else do you want to say about them? What else can you say about this?
Man, like, man, just like when the movie ended, because I'll just say this: the movie just ends like right when you think like, okay, this is gonna lead to some like, will it lead to this cool scene? And then credits roll, and me and Isaac looked at each other.
So many questions. I was like, oh, so we're not going to question why there's a fucking vampire den in the police station?
Also, I did the dog. You know when a dog does a little head tilt? I exactly did that. I was like, that's it.
No, like Isaac, you just like raised your arms like this.
I was like, wait.
What?
Oh,
And we're
man.
like, well, that was a movie.
Yeah, that's actually one of the few times I've been like, that's a movie. So instead of us talking about movies, can we now finally talk about films?
Comedy films,
I guess.
Well, semi-comedy, dramatic films.
All right, is this thing on? I
I don't know. You
don't
tell
do
me.
it. Don't do it. I fucking knew you were gonna do it. Jesus Christ. I was waiting forever to see this movie. I enjoy some Bradley Cooper. I actually liked A Star Is Born. I know it's like the fourth remake of that storyline.
No, I really love that movie too.
And I loved how, just to kind of recap that movie, I enjoyed its, not enjoy maybe is not a great word, but I resonated with like the dealings with mental health problems and stuff like that, right? And of like Bradley Cooper's character and this just sort of the dynamic of people in the entertainment business and artists and stuff like that. And it was amazing. And I didn't watch Maestro. Did you watch Maestro?
I have not seen that one.
I heard that one's like so-so.
I don't know. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
Wasn't
so I
there
can't
like
say.
some controversy because of like the nose or something,
Something
the
like that.
prosthetic? I don't know the whole story behind it, but
But this thing, let's just say by happenstance, Maestro happens to not be good or whatever. This is such a redeeming movie for Bradley Cooper. One, I mean, obviously the inspiration is of the comic John Bishop. So there's literally all that story, but how do you then not necessarily make it like this story is about John Bishop? I think it goes on until the very end of the movie that it's said based on a true story,
yeah.
which is great that that was at the end, so it didn't take you away from trying to figure out who the fuck it is, because it isn't the point of the movie. The point of the movie also isn't that it's about this guy discovering comedy. It was extremely well written, and it felt so real in the dissecting, or rather portrayal of, one, a long-term marriage, and two, a long-term marriage on the rocks, where maybe they're going to leave one another, maybe they're going to stay together. But it was how they established these people, Will Arnett's character and Laura Dern, how immediately the movie kicks off that they're going to call it. We're calling it quits, and they have their 2 kids and whatnot. And it's so well done with like the shots and the awkwardness of like lingering moments where maybe nothing's really spoken, because if you've been with someone long enough, communication isn't verbal. A lot of communication is those small moments, those pauses. She paused a little bit too long. She's mad at me. That kind of thing, you know? And for both of them to have enough chemistry to play these characters that they love each other, but they don't like each other, and they're in this really rough, confusing place, is very relatable. Like, me and Elva have been married 10 years, and there's so much about this movie that we can resonate with, that we can relate to. You know, we didn't want to split up or nothing like that, but just these moments when they're having the arguments and they want to blame one another, but they're all to blame. Like, if you've been in a relationship that long, it's just so real. And the way that, like, I don't think I've seen that in a movie where it wasn't like overly dramatized. You know, it almost felt like you were like a fly on the wall.
Yeah, what I really liked about this story was no clunky exposition right in like the first 5 minutes explaining like, oh, here's our history of our marriage, and then this is the reason why we split. No, I love the way how the exposition given to the marriage by Will Arnett's character, how just bit by bit we're getting pieces of it. Like, you're of course wondering like, okay, did one of them have like some substance abuse issue or alcohol issue? Did one of them cheat? And of course, other people are questioning that to them, like, oh, like did she, like, was she with somebody, or were you with someone? And yeah, like how you were saying, like, it's so relatable. It's not like overly dramatic where like every time these two characters see each other after they've separated, it's like some petty argument or like jabs at each other, which, you know, yes, we do see that in real life.
Oh man, that's very real.
But at least this was like they're being
right, Elva.
They're being amicable,
yeah,
because they're also co-parenting, which that's part of that's what I loved about their relationship, is that, okay, yeah, like things are not working out, but we still have our kids, and like they do split their time, like they do spend time with their kids. They both have a pretty reasonable support system, like with their friends or with I was about to say Bradley Cooper. Well, I mean,
he also acts in it.
He does act in it, but Will Arnett's parents in the movie are like, oh, like the mom's like best friends with
overbearing, meddling parents.
Yeah. And I definitely resonated quite a bit with this, as, you know, I myself have gone through separation and divorce, although different circumstances. But there were some aspects to his character that I resonated with, where he had to find a way to kind of also cope and kind of like find a way to talk to people about these issues, because it could still be taboo for you to talk about how are you feeling right now with how things are with your relationship, your long-term relationship.
I'm so glad you asked. So, you know, the other day, Elva,
she's like, please send help. Elva,
that's coming out the end of the
Elva, blink 3 times.
For everyone, I blinked 3 times.
I hate it here.
But like the first time he's like doing like his stand-up routine, and we don't really see the audience, we're just like, it's a close-up of his face, and you're kind of seeing that awkward like nervousness, like, oh, I've never done this before. Yeah. But then he eventually once he just starts talking, he just keeps going and going, and you kind of hear the audience's reaction. He's like, okay, cool, like I'm not burning to the ground, like, okay, people are listening.
And so this movie becomes, it's not a movie about comedy. It is a movie about a broken marriage, but it uses comedy as this sort of vehicle of nobody in this film talks to their respective partner about the problems.
Oh, yeah.
Not one fucking person. He would rather tell a room full of people his issues, other than compared to like actually face-to-face having that truthful conversation with his wife.
Yeah.
You know, and that's real. And I feel that, like, back when me and Alva weren't doing so good, I was like talking to friends and family about our problems, but I was never having that face-to-face. And until we had that like truthful, honest to God conversation, no holds bar, all the dirt's coming out, when you can be honest with one another. And it's not like terrible stuff, because that's the other thing in this movie. They made sure, you said it, where he doesn't have any substance abuse, nothing like that. They made sure that these are actually good people. They made sure nobody cheated and all that other stuff, so that you see their characters as in their actual, like, their person character, right?
Yeah.
Is, well, am I siding with anybody? Who was the problem? You know, so it isn't an easy he or she is the problem. And as it progresses and as they have the conversations, like I said before, it's this messy, as relationships are, it's this messiness of it's the both of us. And then somewhere along the way where there maybe was an initial starting point, an initial fault, it turned into this thing that we can't untangle anymore. And then it becomes messier and messier. There's a line that she had said, because she was an Olympic volleyball player, and that was her passion. And I love the movie also having a theme about passions, which I'll get into in a second. But there's a part that resonated with me where she says, when I retired from volleyball, which was my passion, I was struggling, but you didn't ask if I was doing okay or not. And you hid behind the fact that I was too proud to ask for help. So in that moment, they're both at fault.
Yeah.
And we've had those moments, me and
Yeah.
Elva. You know, I'm doing bad. I know she's not going to ask, but I'm kind of hoping that she's not going to ask. And the whole problem just worsens and like festers.
Mm-hmm. I think that the most unique part of this whole movie was the song choice.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole movie, Under Pressure, you hear like a part where the kids are like, we're practicing this for our talent show and everything. And I think that song for this movie, especially for that scenario and the outro, like the fact that they played the end of that song instead of like anything in the middle or whatever, the beginning, was the whole 180 of everything, was the whole movie.
Because that last couple lines are...
Yeah, because the outro is where David Bowie sings. And I'm not sure if you know the outro of Under Pressure, but it's basically David Bowie singing about love and how it's an old-fashioned word and how love dares you to care for the people at the edge of the night, and love dares you to change our way of caring about ourselves.
Yeah.
So it was the whole message of the movie to the point where I think at the end of the movie, like the kids are playing and I was just like, this movie had, it was very heartfelt, but nothing to the point where it'd be like, it should be tugging my strings throughout the whole movie, like Hamnet or anything. But
it's
like,
not a tragedy.
Yeah. But once I was like, oh, they're using that part of the song. Let just that one tear just roll, because I'm just like, it's perfect. Like it was like the aha. I loved it the whole movie throughout the whole time that we were watching it. But having that just put that nail in that coffin. If you guys didn't get the movie in the whole time,
We'll
here's
sum it up
your
in the song.
last part for you to actually get it.
So for you newlyweds out there, I feel like a DJ. For all you newlyweds out there, all you Mrs. and Misters and Misters and Misters and Mrs. and Mrs. The one thing you got to look forward to in a marriage is, or in a relationship, a long-term relationship, is that you will eventually, inevitably, grow, evolve, de-evolve, 2 steps forward, 4 steps back, and all of those good things. Metamorphosis. We're talking pupa.
The metamorphosis.
We're talking pupil stage. And there comes that point where
It's a territory child.
there comes a point where the person that you initially fell in love with has changed into somebody completely differently. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worst, but it's then your choice to decide whether or not to then live in that new dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a point in the movie where they face that dilemma because he's idolizing who she once was, and she's upset because she knows that she's not that person anymore, that he has to love her for who she now is.
Yeah, not just love the idea of her.
Yeah, you can't glorify that old self.
He's still loving the past her, not the present her, which I think it's very common for, I'm just going to speak this for myself.
Oh boy, here it comes.
For males to not think like 2-3 steps forward. They're very linear on things. So he portrayed that part so well of how like you basically have to beat them with like a invisible metal mallet.
He's talking metaphorically, right?
Yes,
Okay.
Metaphorically.
Just clear in the air on that.
I'm like, why am I smelling gangland execution right now?
And it's like, no, I'm not who I was, but this is me now. But you don't see it because you're still viewing me as that person that you fell for. Yeah. And that's a huge difference of who I am now. Because I feel respectively for like our marriage. Like,
I was about to say.
As much as like, I remember who you were when we first met and everything, and that started and everything like that. but I never did continue to love that. I just continued to grow for the one that you are now. And I think men take a while to get there.
Oh, it took me a minute.
So him like doing that in the movie, it's amazing because sometimes it is vice versa, but because also men sometimes don't open. So it's mostly like the woman's perspective on these things.
Which then goes back to, none of the characters fucking talking with one another about stuff.
Oh, yeah. Like the other married couple that they're friends with, where like that one is kind of like more of a dumpster fire.
Dude.
Oh, my God.
We all have that one friend couple who are toxic for one another. They're fucking terrible. Where like was it Laura Dern's friend, her girlfriend?
Yeah,
is just bitchy to the husband, and I'm like,
too assertive.
Dear God, and no one backs her up or backs him up or whatever.
It's just his introduction, which is funny.
Yeah,
but then also kind of seeing the way like she talks to him and kind of treats him, which flashbacks for me now.
I know, yeah.
But like that, like especially that little subplot, like Bradley Cooper pops in a few times throughout the movie. Well, both the couple does. And we're kind of seeing how like these two are clearly just like one, obviously just like with our main couple, are now really talking to each other and then they're not addressing these things. And it's like, okay, is this where this is where it's going to lead for our main couple? Which they do resolve that story, like where it's like, oh, okay, like, yeah, we actually hash things out. And
did you?
Yeah, and it's like, dude, like, can you really believe that?
They're just
because we don't see her perspective. We're just hearing it from Bradley Cooper's perspective. It's like, okay, but I want to know, like, what about his spouse?
And there is a moment where she does kind of like confine in Laura Dern's character like a little bit, but it's more like, God, I just wish he would just stop being so lazy, like just the regular like complaints and stuff. But you never really go beyond that.
Right.
The basicness of it.
So lastly, what I wanted to talk about, it's a thing that's always near and dear to me, is passion, right? It could come in the form of a hobby, a sport, whatever it may be, but passions are so crucial to a person's life. And they explore that with Laura Dern retiring from volleyball and her sacrificing that passion for her family. Then Will Arnett's character, through the separation, through the coping, discovers his passion. When you find something that you just happen to discover that you love to do, it revitalizes your spark for living. And it's now like your second life, your second chance, which is one of the lyrics of Under Pressure. So the title of Is This Thing On isn't just commenting on comedy itself, but also, is this marriage on? Is this life on?
Is this movie on anywhere?
Are we? Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Huh? We couldn't find a fucking showing because it was limited release. But it's a comment on all of it. Are you present in your marriage? Are you actually awake? Are you living? Are you just a heartbeat and breathing? You know what I mean? When I started to delve into like my drone flying and even just this podcast too, it became like a passion, and I was like revitalized for it, It gave me a reason to do stuff other than just going to work, coming home, eating, showering, and repeating it all over again. And you need a hobby, you need a passion.
No, definitely.
Someone find me a hobby.
Like I could speak from experience that, when I was going through that period of my life where I had to find something to kind of have like a healthy outlet where either I could express myself or just something to like channel all that energy into. Like for me, it was sketch drawing, which, you guys have been seeing that in my Instagram stories. Attending these conventions that I've been going to for the last couple of years. I mean, nothing as big as Comic-Con, but like horror conventions, being in that kind of environment, it just like really ignited like my inner geek and nerdness for the stuff I'm passionate about, which, if you guys obviously know me, movies, and now like being able to do this with you guys, it's just like adding more to that.
There you go, man.
You need to find a hobby.
Yeah. Lastly, so I loved all the comedians, all the side actors that were in this and stuff like that. I mean, the top couple of actors were, of course, Bradley Cooper, Will Arnett,
Laura Dern,
sorry. But there's like a couple of other side characters, like one played by Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning,
right?
Which was like, what is he doing there?
but
Mr. Sidequest.
It helped this sort of like fly on the wall style of movie feel a little bit more real. But who did a really good job was Jordan Jensen. She didn't play herself, but Jordan Jensen, the comedian, I fucking love her. She nailed it. She was natural in this. But she has a line in the movie where he asks her, wait, you're a nurse? She goes, fuck no.
I'm a comedian.
I'm a comedian. And that's how you know you found your thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, your day job is the thing to fund the other thing.
Yeah.
Now, am I a podcaster? It feels a little douchey saying so, but you get my point. You know, am I an FPV pilot? I don't know if it still feels douchey, but I love doing these things a lot. I won't outright be like, I'm a pest control technician. That is me. No, that's just my job. I enjoy doing it, but that's just my job.
That's just how I make a living to feed myself and house myself.
Oh,
Pay for
yeah.
my porn.
Like, it's like, now I guess I could identify as like, oh yeah, I'm a podcaster now. But of course I have my day-to-day job, which just like you, like I enjoy my job. I
Mail
enjoy
stripping.
Exactly. You know, I've been, you know, in the industry for 15 years. Healthcare, mind you.
You got lucky. You got healthcare?
Yes. But
grandfathered in.
So, but then it's like, I guess if I was in her spot, like where she's like, oh no, I'm not a nurse. I'm a comedian. I guess like it wouldn't be as clever as hers was like, nah, I'm a geek, man. I'm a fucking nerd.
No, I mean, you know, but it's still something where like you can't be your day job. You know, it's the thing that
I can't just be a biller outside of work, guys.
I'm just a biller. Anything else you guys want to say about this movie before we move on?
Not too much. Just
watch it.
Watch it.
Watch it.
Watch it. There you go. We will definitely not do that every single time. You're saying something though?
No, just like throw
the towel.
Love the side characters, like just the friends that he made with like at the comedy club. Freaking
they did a good job portraying the comedy scene, by the way.
Definitely. It's worth definitely watch this. Like if I were to say like out of these three movies, which was the best one? I mean, this one.
Yeah.
You know, by a long shot.
Yeah, come on. What the fuck?
This will definitely, this is a story that people could resonate with. You don't have to be married. Just being in a long-term relationship. Yeah. You'll resonate a lot with this movie.
You'll get it. Elva?
Watch it. Let me know what you think about it. Really. I really want to know, even if you were in a long-term or you are in a somewhat relationship, how that resonates with you.
Or if you do comedy.
Or the comedy.
You know,
or if you resonate with your hobbies more than what you do with your day job.
When I started watching Kill Tony, the YouTube podcast, where it's a live podcast, and they have up and coming comedians, whatever, do a minute. I was like, dude, I think I could do that. And I bought a book to write jokes, and I wrote a damn thing in it. I have much credit to people who do comedy. I mean, some you see it on that show, Kill Tony. You see the people who've done it for 10 years and they suck. You've seen people who've done it for only 5 times and they're amazing at it. You know, one of these days, I don't know, I might want to try comedy.
Do it.
You know?
Oh yeah.
But I was good at roasting.
You're good at roasting, but you need to go on that stage.
Yeah, it's scary.
At least once.
Scary.
I feel like you would work the crowd.
Oh yeah.
Ian Bag.
In Bag Show. Okay. We now move on to our White Just Tea Gets Fresh segment. That's every other episode. Alva and I, and now Carlos, will be alternating and guessing the Rotten Tomato critic and audience score from, as well as giving our own personal rating on the aforementioned movies. In this case, it is Mercy, Night Patrol, and Is This Thing On? From 0 to 100, 59 and below being rotten, 60 above being fresh.
Pew!
Me and Carlos are guessing.
Yes.
All right.
For
I always think that there's not enough time to say all that shit, and I go, I did it too fast.
All right. So since Isaac saw the Rotten Tomatoes score for Mercy,
right?
I think you just saw for the critics, right?
So I only heard.
Okay, you only heard the critics.
The critic score. So I won't say that one, but I'm gonna give my personal rating for Mercy. I'll give it a 40%. It's rotten, but I give it a 40%. I think that the audience liked it or hated it at a 30%.
Okay.
My personal rating for Mercy, I'll give it a 55%, just a little bit more. For audience, I'm gonna say 30, And then critics, 20%.
Okay, so Carlos is spot on with critics at 20%.
Oh, it went up.
Mm-hmm.
When I last heard it, it was 18%.
Yeah. And audience, I got to double check on you guys, fucking AI people, at 81.
No.
What?
You damn AI lovers.
Okay,
out there.
what movie did they watch?
What the hell?
Well, I think they're just being very consumed with AI everything. So,
It is AIs and everything now.
It's Chris Pratt. Huh?
Yeah. I wouldn't even give him that. Anyways. Night Patrol.
Personal, I'll give it a 57 just because it made me laugh more.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it more. Okay, audience score 70%.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go with my gut feeling on that. Critics 60%.
I'm giving Night Patrol 50%.
Okay.
For all the same reasons. Not as terrible as these other movies, but man, what a good laugh. Critics, I think, hated at 20%, and I think audiences were like, what the fuck, at 40%.
Okay. Critics at 58%.
No shit.
Audience at 34.
Ooh. Well, that's not surprising.
I see that, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Wait. Critics liked it more than the audience?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Okay,
I mean,
all right.
But then you got Mercy for audience, so I don't really believe these scores anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, in case we haven't said this in a long time, but like, I don't give these scores a lot of weight. This is just a fun guessing game.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been moments where like Elva will look into the reviews and she'll be like, fuck this guy. You know, I'm like, whoa, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah. Is this thing on? And yes, it's on. But what do you guys give it?
You just had to.
I give that one a 90%. I think the 10% that I'm not giving it is my only critique about the movie is that there are some moments where it dragged just a little bit, just a hair.
Okay.
They could have trimmed it up.
Critics?
But critics, I think, liked it at 85, and I think audiences an 80.
I'll give it a 90 myself. I feel like critics would have liked this more, so I'll give it a 93, and audiences maybe an 88.
Okay. Critics gave it an 86, and audience gave it an 84, which is pretty good.
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about that.
People were like, I'm feeling feels.
No, I don't feel no feels.
We're men.
That's we're men.
That's all I have
Okay,
to
the
say.
episode is running a little bit long, but so we have a little new change to our trivia. We're now only going to do 3 rounds, and we prepped beforehand, and we chose who's going to be reading first and who's going to be guessing first. If you're not familiar with this trivia game, we are guessing a movie based upon 5 clues, and those 5 clues are specifically actors in the film. If you guess it at the first clue, you get a total of 5 points, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 0 points if you just don't guess it at all. Now, the way this is going to go is who's pitted first?
I'm reading.
Alva's reading, and me and Carlos are pitted up against each other, but Carlos gets first stab at the guess. Whoever wins that round moves on to the next round.
Loser gets the back of the line.
Yup. Alrighty, so Elva, give us our first clue.
All right, guys. 4 5 points. Elizabeth Debicki.
Debicki. G.I. Joe Retaliation.
Nope.
The confidence in that one. Whoa. I was pissing myself a little bit. I'm like, oh, crap. Because you already got 7 points, 8 points.
Because
Yeah.
I crushed you last game.
I have no guess.
All right. 4 points. Joel Edgerton.
Oh. Shoot. No guess.
No steal.
Joel Edgerton, I'm going to say The Last Jedi.
Nope. All right. 4 3 points. Carrie Mulligan.
Drive.
Nope.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
Inside Llewyn Davis?
Nope.
We're doing horrible.
4 2 points. Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire. From Spider-Man 2?
Seabiscuit.
No.
Oh.
Any steal?
Brothers?
No. For 1 point.
Her fucking face, dude.
That smug face.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh.
Mr. Leo himself.
Oh shit.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Carrie Mulligan. is in that order.
Oh.
Joel Edgerton.
Great Gatsby.
Yep.
Ah, it's a great Gatsby.
God.
I was about to do
about
the
that
I was about to
one.
do the meme.
All right, that's 1 point for
1
Carlos.
point. All right.
Mark it down. That means I'm out.
I am next.
All right, I am then reading for you guys. Carlos v. Elva.
First
gonna
time.
First clue for 5 points. Tom Atkins.
No guess.
Elva for the steal.
No steal.
For 4 points, Mitchell Ryan. Carlos.
Oh, who the fuck is Mitchell Ryan?
I feel like it's a B
no.
movie.
Any guess, by the way?
No,
Stab
no,
in the
no
dark,
guess.
Elva.
No guess.
No guess. For 3 points, Carlos, Gary Busey.
Gary Busey. Lethal Weapon?
Damn.
That was just a
He's
shot
got
in the
you
dark.
at 3 points,
Okay.
dog. All right, so Carlos has won 2 rounds so far. Now it's back with me and him. Mm-hmm. This is our third and final round. Fight!
KO.
There you go. I didn't know the song. I was like, what am I doing? All right, for 5 points, Gerald Espinosa.
No guess.
For
Broken Arrow. I still got to guess.
Oh, sorry.
Broken Arrow.
No.
You're trying to sabotage your own husband.
And that's wrong. The look. The fucking look.
She gave me that look too.
For 4 points, Michaela Conlon.
No guess.
Steal?
Inside Llewyn Davis.
No.
That's the second time you picked that movie. Is that the only movie you know?
I panicked.
For 3 points, Tiffany Haddish.
The Lego Batman movie?
Nope.
Okay.
He had it.
Steal.
Girl Trip.
No. For 2 points, Lil Rel Howery? Yeah.
Oh, I know it.
Ugh,
Oh, what's the name of this thing?
okay, no guess. I'm going to have to give it to you, Isaac.
I'm going to guess the first name is Eric Andre.
Yes.
I don't remember the name of the movie.
Carlos, your face.
I don't remember
I'm
the name
doing
of
the
the
Jackie
movie.
Chan.
I know it's a
meme.
movie where Eric Andre and his friend. It's like a prank movie, but there's a story with it.
This is for 2 points. Still.
You know, I don't know the name of the movie.
For 1 point, Eric Andre.
Yeah, Carlos.
No, I got nothing.
Damn it! I don't
No?
remember. I liked the movie. It's hilarious.
You were so confident that you knew it.
No. I know. I just don't. I don't remember the name of the movie.
Okay, so when you said Tiffany Haddish, you're like, Girls Trip? I was like, oh no, he knows the name of the movie. And then it's Bad Trip.
Bad Trip. Oh,
God.
man. God. So nobody won that
No
one.
one won.
Stinker.
That means Carlos wins all these 3 rounds
At
with
3.
a total of.
3 points. What are you at now? Math.
You were supposed to keep
I
track of
got
it.
Great Gatsby with 1 point.
So it's
Okay.
4.
And then,
And then
3
three
points for
Gary Busey.
Lethal Weapon. Yeah.
So Carlos wins all 3 rounds with
4
4 points.
Yay.
Ba-ba-ba-da. All right. Anything else we want to say before we close out the whole show?
Yes. Like, share, and follow our stuff at.
YHST Pod.
Also, please let me know if there's any bad movies out there. I want to see them.
I want to put a call to action out to everyone that listens. I love you guys. You know that I do. We know that we do and that we mean it. If you are listening to this, if these sound waves are hitting your ear holes, call to action. Do me a favor. Share our stuff. Share the love. Comment. Like. Subscribe. Tell
Interact
people-
with us, guys.
Yeah,
We're not AI.
But also tell people about us. You know, we don't have to be their little secrets. You know, my goal this year is to get the numbers up. So let's get that algorithm going by, again, following us on social media. I'm going to repeat it one more time, at YHST Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And if you'd like to fund their little endeavors, do that on Venmo at
YHST Pod.
In the meantime, guys, thank you again for listening. We love you. Let us know what movies are on your growing list of films that has people asking you the question, you haven't seen that?
Okay, bye.
Laters.
I was trying to think of something funny to say. I got nothing.
That's your funny right there.
See, it's not on then. This thing isn't on.
God damn it. That is such a good way to end this episode.
It was worth it.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Shawty, what that thing do?
Winnie the Bish. Anybody still listening?
Why, people?